time to tune in. Now another Sports Center, it's a movement.
For week one, and Mike, I'm gonna let you take this one away because you're a Broncos fan, proud Broncos fan, might I add.
Absolutely.
Denver Broncos, they tore it up. They beat the brakes off the Giants.
Yeah,
Mike,
man.
Tell me how that went down today.
That game was fantastic. I was super excited, man, to see the Broncos out there competing. So I kind of want to start it out. Like, one of the biggest takeaways from this game, man, is Javonte Williams actually had more carries than Melvin Gordon, right? Which he didn't have a better game than Melvin Gordon, but he was running violently. There was times where Melvin Gordon was just getting stuck, man. He had 10 carries for 31 yards, Melvin Gordon did. And then one of his last carries, man, he actually broke off a 70-yard touchdown. That put us up 27-6. And that kind of put the game out of reach. So Melvin Gordon definitely had that long playability, but Javonte Williams was running a little bit better. I want to give a huge shout out to Teddy Bridgewater. Everybody knows me, knows I'm a Drew Lock fan. I definitely wanted Drew Lock to win that job. But today, Teddy Bridgewater's pocket presence was really the deciding factor in this game, right? The Broncos were very aggressive early. We went for it on fourth down, I believe, 4 times and was 100% on conversions. Doug, like, one of our fourth downs was like 4th and 9. And, you know, we got 15 yards with Tim Patrick. So Broncos look really good. Noah Fant is looking like he's going to be a force in the league. Before Jerry Jeudy got hurt, we were touching on this a little bit, but he was absolutely dominating that game. There was not a corner on that field that could cover him. Von Miller looked like the old Von Miller. He had 2.5 sacks today. Absolutely balled out. And Chubb, Bradley Chubb was a late scratch. So the other side of the field, we didn't have all the pressure that we needed. Kyle Fuller looked a little bit off. Like, I don't know, he just didn't seem 100% on his game today. Justin Simmons was physical. And the Giants, man, Daniel Jones looked like he had more pocket presence. He looked more comfortable. Again, he didn't make mistakes. Like, Daniel Jones is historically known for having a bunch of turnovers and stuff like that. He had no interceptions today. I don't think he had one fumble today. He did a good job protecting the ball. And Sterling Shepard absolutely balled out for them. He had 7 receptions, 130 yards, a touchdown, 9 targets. He was definitely Daniel Jones' safety blanket. And their defense does look like it's going to be something serious, man. Like, we just had to grind away to get those points. We had a few big plays. But Blake Martinez was all over the ball. Reggie Ragland was all over the ball. Adoree Jackson, his coverage did look much better than it did in Tennessee. But I was just really happy overall with the Broncos, and I was really happy with the play calling because we're not always aggressive, right? But going for it 4 times in 4 crucial spots, we made really good halftime adjustments, which I think we kind of struggled with last year. And we kind of dominated. I think 2 of our next 3 games were against Jacksonville and the Jets. So the Broncos have the potential to have a really good start to the season. And a shout out to Vic Fangio, because this is his first win as a head coach in September. He was 0-4 in September, unfortunately, and that had to end today. And you could tell by a play calling that was definitely the goal. So I was extremely happy with how the Broncos played today. Very physical game. Our defense looked very good, and I think as the season goes on and they gel a little bit more, it's going to be a really tight bunch.
Yeah, Mike, if you're a Broncos fan, you got to be happy with what you saw today. As I stated earlier during the injury report, an embarrassment of weapons. Javonte Williams looked like he was worth every single penny that they did when they drafted up to go get him. He's a physical force. He's gonna put Melvin Gordon out of a job. I mean, he's that good, man. And he's explosive. He's explosive through the hole. And he's an armful to tackle. Let me tell you one of the highlights that I saw today, and I'm not even a Broncos fan, but I'm just excited for this, man, is Von Miller coming off the edge getting a sack. Looks like old Von, man. Yeah. The speed is still there. The strength is still there. You really, really are happy to see that guy back and at full strength, which means he could be a problem for opposing offenses this year. And Mike, you touched on it with Teddy. Really impressed with his pocket presence and his pocket awareness today and how he was moving around, making a lot of off-schedule throws and just really fighting through what looked to be a very tough Giants defense, man. So shout out to the Broncos, man. You guys did really, really good today.
And your guy Albert O, man, was making plays. Like
Albert Akui-Bunam.
Yeah, he's absolute beast, man. He did have a fumble, but he made up for it later on with the touchdown. But the biggest thing that flashed to me today, Doug, is Von Miller, man, absolutely dominating, and Jerry Jeudy was unguardable. it was like what I'm telling you, he got open and did whatever he wanted to do. He literally got open and did whatever he wanted to do. He had 7 targets. He had 6 receptions. Even on the play he got hurt, he still caught the ball. They thought it was a fumble, actually wasn't. So the drops that he was having last year, looks like he got that fixed in the offseason. So I definitely want to wish him a speedy recovery.
Turn 100 for the touchdown, King Crown, gain inside, leading your town, hit you faster than the sound, bad boy, throw it down, yeah, I'm ill, not my will, don't Copperfield, fill the house, listen to the roaring crowd, drop a light, calm it down, Heisman, all the haters mouth, superhero hit them wow, packing more action than bing, boom, bam, pow, touchdown for the win, we live, subscribe right now.